I am curious, if someone has actually never seen anything you've done before, what is the first thing you want them watching and why?
Ooh.
That's actually so funny because I do get that question of like, I know you, but from what? What did you do again? And then I'm like, okay, what are the top? And I like saying Atlanta, Joker, and Deadpool 2.
That's good. My list is not as impressive. I actually, because I started my career here and because it is so much of my journey, I would actually say YouTube. And there's also an
Yeah.
abundance of stuff on YouTube. After that, I would probably say Dollface, which is on Hulu. Yeah.
All good answers.
Yeah.
One of the cool things about this film that you guys are promoting today is that, and you don't think about it, but like kids are going to watch this, and for some kids, it's going to be their first like caper movie, their first heist movie, and
Yeah.
they will not see the left turns that are about to happen because they're not exposed to it.
Yeah.
So, can you sort of talk about that aspect that kids are going to have a blast with this, or in families,
That's
obviously?
so interesting. I never thought about it like that before, but I guess that's true.
Hmm.
I think that's really cool. And I think what's so special about that is I hope that it'll inspire kids to just think about things differently because it is so different. I think what I love about this movie more than anything is such a trendsetter. It is the first, in my opinion, the first animated, action-packed heist movie, like you said. And so I hope that they just are like, oh, this is really unique and different from anything else I've ever seen. And like, I'm allowed to break rules. In a good way, of course.
I love the idea also, which I didn't think about, of they've never really seen a heist movie before. And so in some ways the film does follow this like traditional heist narrative, but for children it'll be completely surprising because they don't have the like Ocean's 11 blueprint.
Right.
And I think that's quite cool to think about. I love that idea. Yeah, and I agree. I think it might inspire like, oh, action children's movies.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
I love learning about like the behind the scenes of the making of a film. So for you guys, for this particular project, is there anything that was like out of the norm, anything that might surprise soon to be fans about the making of it?
Yeah, it took 900 years to make.
Yeah, give
Right.
or take.
Give or take. That's what surprised me about it is I think
Yeah.
we worked on it for literally like three
Yeah,
3 years.
I've been on this since 2020. I think Sam and Mark have been since like 2019.
Yeah,
something
so
like
just
that,
the amount of time it has taken to put this together. I mean, I feel like the result is on the screen and you see that it's a product that took time to perfect.
Yeah.
But that really took me back.
Yeah, and I think also I love that they incorporate sort of our movements and our idiosyncrasies, like the big dance scene with me and Wolf. The choreographer for that scene had me send in just a video of me free dancing to whatever song I wanted, and there are like very clearly movements in there that I know I did and that Diane is doing, and I kind of loved that. I loved the marriage of her and myself.
Did you know when you were recording it that you're like, oh shit, I better get this right?
Ooh, the dancing? Yeah, I mean, I sent her like 5 videos of me just basically doing the same thing over and over again. But yeah, I mean, I knew that she was going to use some of it. So I was like, what movement is reflective of me, is potentially reflective of Diane? And yeah, I guess I did feel the pressure a little bit.
I would.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're dancing. You want the
Yeah.
fox to be foxy. I
Yeah,
get it. I
it's
get
true.
it.
One of the things about animation is that like the often characters and stuff change along the way, like sometimes dramatically, or like situations can really change, especially with animation. Did you guys go through like so many like really big revisions, or was it pretty much like what it was when you first signed on?
They revised.
They revised. Yeah, I was gonna say from the first version of the script I read to what it is on screen, there were so many changes, which was kind of nice because I don't know if you agree. When we saw it for the first time, I got the experience of being able to watch it like a viewer because I was like, oh,
Yeah.
that's cool. I wasn't expecting that. I didn't know that joke was there. So whereas in other projects you kind of know what it looks like and you were there when they were shooting it and there's no real surprises, this was really enjoyable for me.
And even beyond sort of like the big storyline, you don't actually know how they're going to be piecing scenes together because you do the same lines over and over again in different variations, and you're not doing it with the person who is technically across from you, and so you're like, I wonder what the intonation, what are they going to choose, how are they going to piece everything together? So even on that level, it's cool to see everything truly coming together in animation.
Yeah, what is it actually like with something like this where you spent years making it? What was it actually like watching it for the first time? Like what surprised you about the finished film?
It was really funny.
Yeah.
I you know, I think I went into it being like, all right, kids movie, but I genuinely thought it was like stimulating and engaging and funny. And so I guess that surprised me. I don't know if it should surprise me, but
Yeah, for me it was I knew from the beginning they were saying that this is gonna be really stylized and it's gonna look really different and cool, and I was like, cool, 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 cool. But it still surpassed my expectations so much when I saw just how stylized it was. It is so beautiful, and it's so unique, and it's so different, and so even though I knew that was the intention, the degree to which it was awesome still shocked me.
My last thing, is it sad to be done with Atlanta? This is obviously directed at one of you.
yes, it is sad. I was quite emotional when it was over. We all were. Everybody like cried. But I think because we knew it was coming to an end, we were able to really like, all right, let's like wrap up these not relationships, but like let's be intentional about how we end this and like say goodbye to these characters, say goodbye to these people. And now I feel honestly just like I've let go. It no longer belongs to us. Now it's the world's show. Even though Hero's still editing, so I guess it still belongs to him. But so I don't know. I feel this immense like freedom and like, all right, we will all cross paths in the future. We already have. Me and Keith have done movies together. Me and Brian have done some stuff together. So, yes, I feel like onward to the next thing.
On that note, congrats on the movie. Hope it's a huge hit for you guys. Thank you for giving
you.
me your time.
Yes, good to see you,
Thanks.
Steve.